Hello, and welcome to Emotional Savvy. I wanted to do a short series, just two in this series, called Signs It's Time to Part. And so many times people ask me, how do I know when it's time to leave? Well, there are some very, very important things that you need to know because there are, in fact, 8 that I'm going to talk to you about. But for this time, for the next time, very clear signs that things are not as they should be. There is not a healthy relationship happening. There's a lack of respect, a lack of equality, a lack of reciprocity, a lack of anything that would make you feel good, loved, cherished, protected, supported, respected, any of those things. And I want to just talk about 4 of them today because they're just so clear. If you can see these things, if you can really allow yourself to recognize that happened to me, maybe it happened to you, a parent was this way to you. I had a hijackal mother. I come from a hijackal father's family, although my father was not so much a hijackal, he was a passive aggressive of the extreme variety. But we need to know because these are clear, and sometimes we're in a little bit of denial. Sometimes we got our rose-colored glasses on and we can't see the red flags. So I just want to talk to you about a few of those. And if these are happening in your life, then this is time to really wake up and smell the herbal tea and say, hey, this is no good. This is not okay with me a moment longer. So here's one. If you're constantly thinking about your partner in a way that's obsessing, you are, what will they think? What will they do? How will they react? Will this be good? Will they be pleased? Will they be unhappy? Will they be upset? Will they get angry? Will they give me the silent treatment? If that kind of thing is on your mind all the time, of course, I hope your partner's on your mind all the time. But if that kind of thing about your partner is on your mind all the time, that's a big red flag. You can't be going in that direction. That's not going to help. So if you find that your mental real estate is being consumed by what will the hijackal think, then you know that that is inappropriate. That is out of balance. That is not going to work. And it gives you the opportunity to say, I am giving that person too much real estate in my head in a negative fashion. It's dragging me down. Probably it's causing you anxiety, because who wouldn't be anxious if you're always wondering, how will someone react and will I be safe? It's a huge safety issue, and it's causing you insecurity. That's no good. That is just no good. If you're feeling insecure about yourself and your relationship all the time, it's probably because somebody is telling you either directly or indirectly most of the time that you're not good enough and that everything is your fault. Is this sounding familiar at all? Because if it is, you're definitely going to want to check out my free ebook, How to Spot a Hijackal, if you have even a moment's wondering about whether that's what's happening in your life. So that's number 1. The number 2 sign that it's time to move on is that you've been encouraged, in fact, helped, and maybe even forced to detach from your friends and family. Hijackals like to kind of cull you from the herd. They like to have you there as their special thing, their special project, their pet that they have complete control over. And if they can get you to give up other people, to push them away from your life, to not be involved, to not be engaged, to not be listening to other people, they feel safer. So if you're with a person who is creating that insecurity and trying to control everything that you do, who you meet, who you talk to, who you like, what other people think of you, if they're always in that way, you have to stop catering to this excessive insecurity that they have, which is their desire to have you detach from other people and for them to be the center of your universe. Because as soon as you become the center of their universe, it feels so good in the beginning. That's why love bombing works. You become the center of their universe. You think, oh, this is all I need. This is the only person that I need. And then slowly what happens to that center of the universe position is it inverts, and pretty soon it becomes just squashing you. So if you've been encouraged to detach from your family or friends, encouraged to make me your primary person and I'll take care of everything, This is a way that they're just separating you from other people. They're pulling you away from your support system, pulling you away from people who can see them more clearly than you can, because right now you have stars in your eyes, perhaps, or maybe you're in denial of what they're doing. So they don't want anybody helping you to see them clearly. So that's number 2. And the third one, if you're a target of verbal abuse all the time, you've got to start seeing that. What we often do is that we think, oh, if only I'm more nurturing, if only I'm more caring, if only I take more time, if only I'm less demanding, if I were more compassionate, if I were more understanding, if I were more patient, round and round you go. All about you becoming more of something to make it possible for your hijackal to take up space. And it's kind of like this, in a healthy relationship, this is the way it's supposed to work, right? There's balance, one inside the other. But in a hijackal relationship, we get this. And that one small side is continuously getting depleted. We don't want that. We want to be able to say, no, I will not be abused in any way possible. And what you are doing actually is putting me down constantly, making everything my fault. In fact, they will verbally abuse you to the point where they will try to define your reality for you. They will tell you what you think and feel. You will say, I feel this way. And they'll say, no, you don't. That's not right. No, you feel this way. That's the moment of really settling in and waking up and saying, oh, no, nobody gets to define my reality for me. Absolutely nobody. My reality is my reality. My feelings are my feelings. My thoughts are my thoughts. My wants and needs are mine. And I clearly am the only one who knows it. People ask me frequently, what do I say when my partner says to me, well, I know how you feel. This is how you feel. And the answer is very clear. Without any emotion, you say, well, actually, no, I feel this way. And you wouldn't know because you're not me. You're not me, so you don't know how I feel. Keep that in your mind. Nobody can tell you how you feel or what you think or what you need or what you want. You're the expert on you. So if you're in a hijackal relationship, they want to run the show. So they're going to tell you what you need and what you want and what you think and what you feel. And you have to stand up on your back legs and say, no, 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 no. We're not going to be doing that. So there's all kinds of verbal abuse. There's name calling, there's putting you down, there's demeaning you, there's dismissing you, there's the silent treatment, verbal abuse when they won't speak to you, verbal abuse when they withhold their thoughts and feelings from you, verbal abuse when they won't answer your questions and leave you in ambiguity and uncertainty and chaos. If any of this is sounding familiar, you are looking at signs it's time to move on. Signs it's time to move on. So we've had 3, and you'll remember what they are so far. We've talked about you're constantly obsessing about the person and whether or not you're going to be able to make them happy, whether they're encouraging you to detach from your friends and from your family, whether they're consistently giving you verbal abuse, and you have to stop that in its tracks right now, today. You don't have to get angry or huffy or aggressive or anything. You just have to be assertive. You say, no, actually, that's not how I feel. No, that's actually not the way I feel respected. What would make me feel respected is if it was said this way, and you teach people how to treat you because you know you're 100% responsible for teaching people how to treat you. So here's number 4. And that's the end of our little list for today. I'll give you 4 more another day. So number 4 is that they have made threats to either hurt you, or hurt someone around you, or hurt your pet, or worse, they've actually done it. So many times people are telling me that they're living under the threat of, if you don't do what I want, if you don't do what I say, if you don't manage life the way that I want you to manage life, I will hurt you. I will hurt someone close to you. I will hurt something close to you. Now, yes, we can get by with holes punched in the wall or a door slammed or whatever. These things are fixable, but hearts and souls and minds and relationships stay damaged. And you don't want yours to. So if there is somebody who is making threats in your life, oh my goodness. I mean, they'll target the children to try and get to you. Remember, I've said it so many times, and if you haven't seen all the graphics that I've done, just go on Facebook to facebook.com/hijackals. There's lots of graphics there to help you understand these things, and you can share them with your friends too. And they will threaten the children in order to get at you. And one of the graphics it says is hijackals don't have love to give you. They have uses for you. And one of the uses they have is for you to be the supply, to constantly be their audience, constantly saying, well done, attaboy, attagirl, and constantly being at their beck and call to do whatever it is that they want. And when you do it and it's not good enough, you're supposed to feel badly. Oh, it's time to get up on your back legs, don't you think? It's time to start thinking about these signs. It's time to move on. If any of these things are happening to you and you need a free consult, a clarity call, you can have that. Go to forrelationshiphelp.com/free-consult, or else go to forrelationshiphelp.com and click on Work with Dr. Shaler. I really hope these 4 things aren't happening in your life, but if they are, it's time to wake up and smell that herbal tea. And I'll look forward to providing you with the other 4 in a few days. Take care and take stock.